Good evening. How we doing today? This is Michael, Love and Freedom. Just want to jump on here real quick and talk about something real quick that was heavily on my mind earlier tonight, and it goes back during a session with my psychiatrist, my therapist, and we go through these different types of sessions, you know, when you're dealing with mental health and counseling. And, one of my therapists brought up a real good point. You know, I thought about it from time to time. And this what kind of made me, people used to say, well, why you don't go live that much no more? Why you don't come on, be seen on your platform as much as you used to and all this and all that. And I really didn't give it that much thought, but I told people that it wasn't YouTube wasn't a job for me, and I didn't want it to seem like it was a job that I had to be there. That I have to clock in. I have to be obligated to do these live streams when people want me to do live streams, or I mean, I do owe that much to my subscribers to actually show what I had planned on from the beginning when I started this channel. This platform was to provide you with some of the content here in Mexico or my days of traveling throughout whatever country I'm in, or everyday activity that, myself and my family, care to share. And it wasn't about going out, gathering information, bringing it to you, presenting it, and help you get through what you may be going through or whatever that matter, because I'm no expertise. I go through a lot of things in my life that I need guidance with as well. And as you can tell, the topic that I chose to talk about was, about validations. It should come early in your life and not as a childhood, as I'm an adult, as I was. And I went back and I thought about it, and exactly what they say, childhood should be something that you enjoy and you grow up to enjoy and earn the love and respect and trust from your family, from your parents. And it helped me to understand that, when you come from, especially if you in your, born in the early 60s, or I would say even the beginning early 70s, especially for being down south, you probably come from a home household where the father was always working and the mother was home to raise you, or disciplining you or guide you or help you with your schoolwork or whatever that matter may have been. And you look at it that your father was a workaholic, or when he did have time off, he would, be hanging out with his friends, or, out drinking or whatever, it may be. So you really didn't have that validation from your parents growing up. Like now today's, you can't base your life childhood on today's modern childhood. It's totally different. Like my parents always used to say, back in the good old days, it didn't take much. Modern technology wasn't modern technology, for them, and they didn't need much to keep them entertained, or much to survive. You know, and we have to look at that as every generation is different. And they say theoretically, don't quote me, but theoretically, they say that validation should come from the home, from the parent. And what I mean by that, they saying that you're supposed to look up at your parents' validation at an early, by the time you're 3 or 4 years old. You should be to receive that in your mind and instilled in you that my parents is the best, not only because they provide you with materialistic things, but they show you the love and comfort, and they give you the attaboys, like when you in school doing some type of, I would say, Sunday school speech, or you might be in some sports, and they may show up at your game. They may support you and make you feel like you're the best out there on the, on the field. You're the best out there doing what you do, and those are validations that you tend to grow with, and you don't need no other person outside of your home, external validation to say that, hey, I am the best. I am who I am. And I'm growing and growing more. I'm getting better and better. And that was just a little small example what I mean by validation, because your parents, it starts with validation at home. And if your parents and your family can't validate you with the love and support and give you that drive to look for you to look to see that, yeah, hey, I've given my all. I'm gonna put my 100% into it. I'm gonna do the best I can. My family say I'm good, so that drives me to do better, better, and better. But when you come from that structure where, you know, I'm not saying back then disciplining your child was a bad thing, but when you seem like nothing you do is right, then you start seeking validation from someone else or outside, at home. So, a lot of people come on social media, just like whether it's TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And you can see now it's all about the views, the likes, who support you, who subscribe, who does this. And damn, some people go to heart, man, nobody watches my stuff. I only got 2 subscribers. I only have 20 subscribers. I only have 500, 5,000 subscribers. And other people got 2 million subscribers or something of that matter. So you start searching for validation from other people to make it seem that you have to do better. You have to go out and get more content. You have to do this different. You have to do that because the people are dependent on you. The people are dependent on you to give them what they want. So that's when you start falling to that validation of others. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't look at it as a validation from others. I look at it as a therapy, as I always say. I enjoy doing what I do, but I don't look at it that I have to get the validation from other people. Of course, I would like the likes. Of course, I would like for you to share. Of course, I would like you to enjoy the stuff that I do. But most of the time, it starts from what I enjoy, what I like. And you have to enjoy what you do in order for other people to enjoy it as well, because then you can start looking back and adjusting the way you do things. And you can say, you can go back, that's why you have analytics, and you can say, hey, that other video didn't get many because I was showing this, or I didn't show this or that. That's someone that's into hardcore blogging or YouTuber. Me, myself, is a therapy and fun for me. I'm building memories and I'm sharing memories with you guys. So I don't take it to heart. I don't really need validation for other people to live my life, because I've learned this in the years past. People really don't care what you got going on. People really don't care. They're not really happy at what you're doing. They're not happy for you. People just want to see if they can able to sit there and critique you and find something negative about what you got going on. I mean, like when I was like now, I mean, when I was rock bottom, go back to my accident or things like that, when I felt like, there was no hope, I failed my family, I failed my life, there was no help for me, that, there was nothing more left in me. And I started seeking the help to get better at this and get better at my life and get better at thinking about, you don't need those type of people in your life, because most people are not happy for you to see you doing good. And it is a true story. I have friends and family um, that, I mean, I got a list. I can call a name, but it don't bother me that they don't support me or they don't say anything to me on social media, but they dare just to see, you know, you can see them watching, they watching, but that's fine with me. At least, if you're what they call a hater, I don't know what a hater is, because I have no hate in my heart, but those that they say they are haters, then I don't know what to say for them. All I can do is pray for them and wish them the best. But I, at no point of time that I sit back and dwell on validation from others. My validation start within myself. Validation really starts with self-esteem. From starting from a childhood, let me back up. Once you start a childhood and you start building up your confidence, validating yourself is the key thing. So self-esteem, a lot of people have low self-esteem, then they need validation from other people. I don't need validation from other people to live my life. I only depend on one source to provide me with the validation that they give me to carry on to live. And once you start understanding that you don't have to depend on validation from other people, your day, your life becomes so much easier. Your day, your life becomes so much greater. More positive things start happening in your life. You start looking at things more in a positive perspective. That just like me, I stopped watching negative stuff. I started vibing with fun, laughter. I went back to my what I call myself, my roots, like music. Music is my go-to. Music is my go-to, and I strive to be in a positive mind frame with my music. And when I'm happy, my family is happier because I give them that positive vibe, and I don't look on the outside for any validation from anyone to live my life. But if you don't get me wrong, if you support me and you are true to the team, then I'm true. I'm true with the validation that you support. But if you dare, that's just there to see if you can see anything negative that happened into my life, then all I can do is pray for you and hope things get better with you in your life. Stop searching, seeking validation from others, and find validation within yourself. Something just happened to me a couple weeks or say a month ago, and I was sitting there letting it beat me up, thinking about, damn, how could, you love and care for somebody so much and you try to be there for them and you're the bad guy once you've been to their aid to help support them, and you just reminded them that I was there for you, and then you become the bad guy. It's just like a little small example. Like how can it's like if you lend somebody some money, it's like, hey, they call you up, hey, you have $800 I can borrow. Well, I really don't have 800, but I got 500 if that'll help you out. Sure, you send them the $500, but their promise was, I'll give you your money back next week or 2 weeks, whatever. It's an example. I'm not shooting shots, but I'm just giving you guys an example. You're expecting them to do what they say they were going to do because you was there for them. But then if you give them a little heads up after a month and pass, and you say, hey, if you ain't got it right now, don't worry about it. But when you do, shoot whatever you can over this way. Then you become the victim. You the bad guy. You the bad guy because you reminded them of something they promised to do, and you was there for them. But you are looked at as the bad person. You see what I'm saying? So I hate to think that way, that everybody's like that when you dare to help or try to help them or whatever. But it's just those few people really, really don't mean you no good. They want to see you down and out. They was never there when you was down and out. They was never there to help you, and that goes for friend, family, you know. It's always been like that. I have better, I want to say I have better charisma, or how you want to say charisma, or um, camaraderie, or, more love and support from outsiders, the family, a friend, than I do my so-called friend or family. But it don't bother me because I can expect that because that's how they been. And that's how growing up in the area that I grew up in, that's what they was taught. But I'm not going to change my heart for others. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to change my heart. I'm storing my treasures. So that's how I look at it. But I was just sitting here thinking, and that was heavy on my mind. And I just wanted to jump on here. I was going to go live, and I said, no, I'm not going to go live because I didn't really want people to think I'm trying to live stream to see how many people I can get in and have this as a debate. I'm just sharing, just a little fun and laughter, of the things that I sit back and I think from time to time. Pretty much, it's late night, early morning. I don't sleep. When I do sleep, take my meds, I sleep. But when I'm not sleeping, I'm up, brainstorming, having conversations with my family, my household family about certain things. And, just try to look at the whole picture. Pretty much. That's it. But we do have some upcoming things coming up here in the next couple weeks. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be having fun. And I'm definitely going to bring you guys along with us. So you guys, not to showboat or not to brag that we have been blessed to do these things, but just to show you that you don't have to sit and wait on other people to validate you to enjoy life. That's all it's all about. I've been given an opportunity and been blessed to be able to move about at a pace that I can sustain, and I want to take advantage of it because the next day ain't promised to none of us. We only live once, and I'm telling you, our days are numbered. Our days are numbered. So get out there, enjoy life while you can, and stop looking down on others and pocket watching other people and uh, wondering how people doing this and trying to give negative vibe on toward their life when you could be out enjoying your life. Do what you have, make best of what you have, and enjoy life and stop worried about other people. I don't worry about the next man. If it don't affect my immediate household, then I could care less. I could care less. So, but if there's some things that you guys that do support and really enjoy me bringing you guys along with us, then shoot me an email and, or drop your comments below and let me know if there's something that you would like to see or, suggestions, more things that you would like to see in Mexico or things you might, those who are from another country that might like to see something in the United States or whatever it might be. Or you haven't traveled to California or Nevada or other parts of the surrounding area and you was like, hey, could you ride over and let us see this or whatever? Just come up with some ideas. And if I'm able to do it, I would do it. But if I'm not able to do it, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'll let you know that it's not doable and we'll have to try some other way to bring that content to you guys. But I do really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the new subscribers as always. And if this is your first time watching the channel, make sure you subscribe and you click on the bell when you subscribe so you will be notified every time I go live or post a new video and you won't miss out. Like I said, there are some great things coming up forward. We'll be traveling, moving around, hopefully a little bit more. And I really want to bring you guys along with us so you can see what we see. And for those who haven't went over to my Facebook page and registered or follow me on Facebook, follow me over on Facebook as well. I'll put my Facebook right down here, or maybe I'll put it over here. I'm not sure, but I'll put my Facebook there along with my Instagram and my TikTok and my Clapper, and you guys can go check it out if you have a chance or if it's something you're interested in seeing. But most of the time when I mirror my YouTube, I mirror it to those pages as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's going to be something very, very, very promising moving forward. More positive vibe, more traveling. Hopefully, being able to keep my mind clear of negativity and work on me, work on my mental health, and stop worrying about other people what they have going on. Because trust me, it really works. It's been helping me out quite a bit, along with my wife. She's really been a team player for many years, and I thank God that I have her in my life still. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.
So don't be wasting my time, listen. If I failed, at least I tried, listen. Love and